Hello everyone. Welcome to the 2025 UNDP Global Gender Equality Seal for Public Institutions awarding ceremony. We are here with participants across the world, public institutions, partners, UNDP colleagues. My name is Raquel Lagunas and I am the Director for Gender Equality at UNDP. And I need to say that this ceremony is really special for all of us. It's a special moment. We have a big sense of pride for the public institutions that are present here. They went through a journey, 2 years journey, and helped creating better living standards for their citizens and their countries. For us, today is not just about recognition, it's not about checking boxes, it's truly about celebrating the courage of our awardees who lead with integrity and work tirelessly to build a public system that works for everyone. So before we start, I wanted to ensure that you all are aware that the event will be recorded and there is simultaneous translation available in English, Spanish, and Mongolian. For the guests that may not be familiarized with the seal, in a nutshell, the seal is a voluntary certification program, and I wanted to again emphasize is much more than a badge of honor. It's a 2 years process of reforms and changes for public institutions that they go through to deliver better public services, public policies and services for everybody. So those that lead the way earn a bronze, a silver, or a gold to recognize the different levels of achievements. So today we celebrate the achievement of public institutions certified during 2024 and the first half of 2025. I wanted to congratulate all the institutions present here today for these very well-deserved awards that they are going to receive. We have 90 exciting minutes ahead of us with incredibly inspiring voices. I will ask our speakers to really stick to their time. Don't be surprised if you see a little thumbs up appearing in your screen. This will mean time is coming to start wrapping up. And I would like now to invite our Associate Administrator, Julian Xu, who is one of the greatest supporters of this program, for welcoming remarks. Julian, the floor is yours. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much, Raquel. Thank you very much, President Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf, for joining us. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, our colleagues, welcome to the second Global Award Ceremony of the Gender Equality Seal for Public Institutions. In a world facing complex challenges, your presence gives us great optimism. The commitment you have shown through the seal process to drive real positive change in your institutions and for your citizens is truly commendable. At UNDP, we believe that responsive and inclusive governance is the foundation of sustainable development. It enables progress across every domain for climate resilience, for digital transformation, and for poverty reduction. Real progress begins when we design policies and services that reflect the full diversity of our societies. Addressing gender equality is essential to this effort. It ensures that every segment of population is represented and empowered. Yet, gender mainstreaming in public institutions remains elusive in many places. Global gender biases persist, with studies showing 87% of women and 90% of men still holding biases against women, including in leadership roles. That's why empowering public institutions with the tools and expertise to champion gender equality is more critical than ever. Despite the barriers, many governments are stepping up. Today, we proudly recognize 10 public institutions from Bosnia and Herzegovina, Chile, Colombia, Guatemala, Mongolia, and Peru for their leadership and commitment. The Gender Equality Seal supports institutions to put the gender equality commitments into practice. It offers a full set of tools and a tailored guidance for change that is systemic, sustainable, and rooted in the institution's own commitment. To date, over 100 public institutions in 30 countries and 23 sectors have taken up this challenge. So before closing, I would like to thank the UNDP resident representatives and their country teams in each of these countries for their hands-on support. Please continue the excellent work. Let me once again congratulate you. I look forward to hearing your stories and celebrating your achievements throughout this ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you to you, Julian. Thank you so much for setting up the tone so powerfully and for reminding all of us that gender equality is a fundamental principle of public service, and it is essential to build trust and strengthening democratic institutions. And now is my great honor to introduce our keynote speaker, someone really, really exceptional, Her Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. As African first elected women president, she led Liberia from 2006 to 2018 with impressive dedication to gender equality, democratic governance, and institutional reforms. She is a Nobel Peace Prize laureate, recipient of the Ibrahim Prize for Achievement in African Leadership, and founding member of The Elders. And she continues to champion inclusive leadership and women's empowerment in public life. She is also co-founder of Emerging Public Leaders, a key partner for UNDP, and founder of the Ellen Johnson Sirleaf Presidential Center, which empowers African women in leadership. So please join me in welcoming a real pioneer, a global advocate, and more. I cannot finish the list. Her Excellency Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, thank you so much for being with us. The floor is yours. Anna, do we have her connected? I saw her at the beginning. Do we have any?
Yeah, the office is connected, but let me just send a message because yeah, they're not responding at this moment. Sorry.
Just give one more minute. So do we have Mari Carmen Sacasa?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, here I am.
Super. Hi.
Hi, hello.
So just in case that we try to adjust.
Oh, we on now.
Ah, she's here.
Oh,
Great.
Some scroll it down for me.
Yeah. To the beginning.
Yes, we scroll it down.
Anna?
Yeah, hello, Mrs. Ellen Johnson. Very, very welcome with us here today.
Thank you all. We had a little bit of a delay because of a little bit of stretch in our interneting program. So let me start now. Madam Deputy Administrator, we've just listened to you and thank you for being a part of this. I am pleased and honored to have been invited to join you in this event of awards to institutions that have excelled in the implementation of policies that recognize and promote gender equity. Let me applaud the decision of UNDP for this pioneering flagship program that works to equip, support, and recognize those public institutions that champion gender equity and women empowerment. This is the mantra of UNDP. And this is what we see in their work all over Africa and the world. 30 years ago, March 1995, the world leaders met in Beijing and issued the Beijing Declaration, committing themselves and their countries to laws and national policies that would promote gender equity through programs of inclusion in every endeavor of economic work, for economic empowerment of youth and women, and for the promotion of women leaders. In latter years, the United Nations adopted Resolution 1325 to ensure the protection of women. We commend the commitment and note the significant progress that these two commitments of the world have made in the promotion of gender equity. We also know that through multilateral and bilateral programs, through increases in foreign aid and in bilateral programs among countries, we have seen the support of programs for women empowerment have made a great difference in the level of women participation, women leadership, and women protection. We can cite from records how many women now serve in parliaments. Let's use the example of Rwanda, which has the highest number of women parliament in the world. We see women who are vice presidents. We see women who are prime ministers. We see women sitting in national and international executive positions, holding major high-level positions in those institutions. We know that all of this means that we can now see gender empowerment, gender equity beginning to be a reality in countries all over the world. I say that in Africa, we set the record with the first democratically elected woman president. And now we have a second democratically elected woman president in Africa, and a third may be coming up in the not too distant future. We also know that in many countries throughout the world, they have been able to achieve that. For them, it may not be a first, but we know that they continue to provide those women that lead the nations and that lead to enhanced growth and development in their countries. Yet, despite this progress, gender equality, particularly in leadership, remains long and fraught with challenges. Deeply entrenched cultural biases, mindsets, and attitudes continue to restrict women access to education, economic opportunities, and positions of influence. This is why I committed my life post-presidency to establish a center that will champion leaders in public service through advocacy, through profiling, through support. And I am proud of this endeavor that today includes the participation of 55 dynamic African leaders in 22 African countries who continue on their journey through their own effort, through their own strategies, through their own industry to achieve the goals they have set. Importantly, several eminent women in national and international high-level positions serve as mentors for these women, where they work with them, they counsel them, they respond to them for those who seek to use the experiences of these women who have already advanced. Let me also speak with pleasure about the efforts of nations around the world to build institutions that have capacity and integrity to ensure sustainable growth and development. In today's conflicting world, today's uncertainties that we see around the world that threaten global cooperation and multilateralism, strong institutions are required. In Africa, we call for action for those independent think tanks, those institutions that require the support to enable them to be a part of national effort to support growth by bringing to national authorities an independent record through research, through analysis, to be able to assist national leaders to be able to reform, revise, and strengthen their laws, policies, not only as relate to gender equity, but also as relate to acceleration in work for economic empowerment, for economic growth and development. This is why I also joined the founder to work with the emerging public leaders, a dynamic and expanding institution that seeks to provide training and support to young nationals who are graduates from their national institutions to integrate them into the civil service. These young people bring to their tasks the capacity, the commitment, and the integrity for stronger policies formulation and implementation. So to all of you who are about to receive awards, I congratulate you. I congratulate you for what you have done to be able to set the example of an institution that is carrying out its work, that is lead us all to a better world. I commend you for the awards you get today, and I urge you to continue on the path that you have taken so that your institutions continue to accept the example that others will follow, because the world needs these independent institutions of commitment and integrity to enable us all as leaders to do what is required of us to make a better world. Thank you, UNDP, for this great endeavor. And thanks to all of you as I congratulate you for this work.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Madam Sirleaf, for your words. I think people here and institutions should feel very touched and very proud and honored. And I think that definitely your trajectory and your leadership has shown to the world what is possible when women run countries with vision, with commitment and deep passion. That is very easy to see this in what you conveyed here for all of us. So now is the moment, and I need to do some 1 minute stop for the photo because it's very important and very special for all of us.
Very well.
So over my colleagues to lead on the photo. All panelists, speakers, turn your cameras on, please. Best smiles, quickly. We take the photo and we continue with this special ceremony.
Okay.
So, Anna, are we all in shape? Not?
Yes, I think you can give the 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, smile. Yeah?
Terrific.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you.
Terrific, thank you. So now we are moving to the real and very special moment of giving the awards. I wanted to invite Maria del Carmen Sacasa, Deputy Director of the Regional Bureau for Latin America and the Caribbean, to present the Bronze Seal. And I need to say that Latin America is a pioneer region leading this work. So thank you so much to all the colleagues engaged. Over to you, Maria del Carmen. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It is an honor to be here with you today. The institution awarded today with the Bronze Seal has set a solid foundation for gender responsiveness, public policies by addressing gender inequalities in their institution. Bronze are at the start of the journey and have the opportunity to continue to make improvements and learn from others. Today, we are awarding the Bronze Gender Equality Seal to the Superintendency of Industry and Commerce of Colombia. The Superintendency is an outstanding partner today and a gender equality champion among the Colombian public sector for the adoption of the protocol to prevent, address, and protect against all forms of violence and gender-based discrimination in their workplace and also in public sector contracts, as well as for clearly advancing women's leadership and participation at various levels of the organization. So congratulations to you. We are sure that if you remain committed, you could soon advance to the silver level. Please join me in a round of applause for the Superintendency of Industry and Commerce of Colombia. We would also want to give a special mention here to Banco Caja de Ahorros and Banco Hipotecario from Panama. Even though they did not achieve the seal this time, we are sure that if they keep expanding their work, they will also join our gender equality for public institutions community of champions. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Maria Carmen, to you. I'm going to pass it on right away to our first awardee speaker, Ms. Cielo Elaine Rusinque Urrego, Superintendent of the Superintendency of Industry and Commerce of Colombia, as the Bronze Awardee institution. Ms. Rusinque Urrego, the floor is yours.
Hola, muy buenos días para todos y
Mister.
todas. Muchas gracias a Raquel. Muchas gracias a Raquel y al equipo del PNUD por esta valiosa invitación. En primer lugar, extiendo un saludo muy cordial por parte de nuestra señora Superintendente Cielo Rusinque, ya que por motivos ajenos no pudo asistir a esta grandiosa oportunidad para compartir experiencias frente al liderazgo de las mujeres y la igualdad de género. Como entidad pública colombiana, para la SIG es grato poder contar y participar en este espacio que reconoce el proceso de varias entidades y organizaciones de diferentes continentes, las cuales están comprometidas con hacer de este mundo un lugar más inclusivo y equitativo. Para nosotros, el proceso de certificación del sello Equipares Público fue un reto, pues afianzó el compromiso de la alta dirección, compuesta por el 69% de mujeres y encabezada por nuestra superintendente, Cielo Rusinque, así como consolidó el esfuerzo institucional de varios años. Ello permitió identificar nuestras fortalezas estableció puntos a mejorar e impulsó iniciativas en pro del bienestar de nuestro personal, especialmente el de las mujeres. Pero sobre todo, fue un llamado a seguir trabajando para alcanzar este horizonte que nos propusimos como entidad, ofrecer una oferta institucional sólida que haga transversal el enfoque de género y, por otro lado, generar espacios seguros, respetuosos e inclusivos para todos nuestros grupos de valor. La obtención del sello en nivel bronce es un avance, pero depara un reto mayor: seguir respondiendo al compromiso nacional, regional y mundial en la promoción de la equidad de género, con el fin de seguir eliminando techos de cristal y otras barreras a las que se enfrentan las mujeres en el ámbito laboral. Así, ratificamos nuestro compromiso y trabajamos arduamente para alcanzar el sello en el nivel oro e impulsar a otras entidades a iniciar este proceso. Muchas gracias.
Thank you to you. Muchas gracias, Mr. Rusinque, for your remarks. Big congratulations. So let's move to the next level of awardees. Let's move to the silver institutions. The silver shows how an institution have not just the deep foundation of a big commitment, they also demonstrate concrete results. So I wanted to present right now Ivana Zigovic, Director of the Regional Bureau for Europe and the Commonwealth of Independent States and Assistant Administrator of UNDP. Ivana, it is really a pleasure to have you here. We know that you are also a global gender champion. So over to you, Ivana. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Raquel, and greetings to all. It gives me great pleasure to announce the Silver Gender Equality Seal Awards. Our congratulations go to the High Judiciary and Prosecutorial Council of Bosnia and Herzegovina, our first seal champion in Central Europe, who expanded specially adapted spaces for women and persons with disabilities in prosecution offices from 30% in 2017 to 85% in 2023, and for victims and witnesses from 55% to 90% over the same period. Čestitam od srca.
Wow.
Should I continue with the next awards?
Yes, please. Let's go to all of them, and then we will have the speakers. Thank you, Ivana.
All right, great. So from Chile, we congratulate the municipality of Ñuñoa, who expanded the comprehensive women's care center, resulting in a significant increase in the support for survivors from 70 to 450 cases per year between 2022 and 2024. And finally, from Colombia, we congratulate 3 champion gender equality institutions: the Superintendency of Health, Supersalud, which played a key role in protecting women's right to health by upholding legislation for women affected by human rights violations in the context of armed conflict. Colombia's National Institute of Roads, INVIAS, requested as compulsory for road construction projects nationwide the implementation of ethic codes that includes the eradication of sexual harassment and gender-based violence. By 2024, at least 16 road constructions met this requirement. The National Institute created a program to promote women's workforce participation in the transport sector. And finally, Colombia's National Agency for Road Security has increased women's leadership in its national network of leaders for road safety, and is actively promoting women's access to road safety and transport jobs through its mobility managers programs. From Guatemala, the Executive Secretary of the Coordinator of Disaster Prevention clearly increased to 30% indigenous women's participation and leadership in disaster risk management to ensure that disaster risk management plans respond the specific needs of women and girls. And finally, in this category, we are delighted to announce the first public institution from Asia to be awarded, the General Department of Taxation of Mongolia. The department has become a national leader in advancing gender equality in their tax system and supported the Ministry of Finance, reviewing the personal income tax provisions to support women's labor force participation. They also reviewed their own taxpayer education programs and adapted the program to respond to differentiated needs of women and men.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ivana. There is some space to celebrate and fireworks. And thank you, Ivana.
Congratulations.
Very impressive achievements. I think you all should be asking if those are the silver, how should be the gold? But the gold are even more impressive and even more. But all these institutions are on track towards the goal. So we are now going to give the floor to 3 of these colleagues representing this level of achievement, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Guatemala, and Mongolia, who will share some words with all of us. And I'm going to start first with Mr. Azro Poskovic, Deputy Director of the High Judicial and Prosecutorial Council Secretariat of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Thank you for being here. The floor is yours, and thank you in advance for sticking to the time. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Raquel. Your Excellencies, honored guests and hosts, colleague from Agency for Gender Equality, BIH, colleague from UNDP, and dear friends. It is with great pride that the High Judicial Prosecutorial Council of Bosnia and Herzegovina accepts this prestigious Silver Gender Equality Seal Award. This recognition follows over 18 months of focused effort and dedication and places us among a select group of public institutions globally, and notably, we are the first in Europe and our region to achieve the milestone. The Gender Equality Seal is more than a symbol. It is testament to our institution's deep and ongoing commitment to promoting gender equality at every level. Our strong performance during both the self-assessment and external evaluation reflect this commitment. The process was not without its challenges, but it has significantly advanced our internal capacity and future outlook for gender equality. We are especially grateful to UNDP Bosnia and Herzegovina, whose unwavering support and partnership help us to stay focused throughout this journey. We extend our sincere thanks to the Gender Equality Agency of Bosnia and Herzegovina for their invaluable guidance and leadership. Their role has been fundamental in steering public institutions like ours toward best practice. This award is a reflection of the collective effort of High Judicial and Prosecutorial Council employees, but I especially want to recognize colleague Hermana Medzic, who is today here with me, and Ms. Ana Bilic-Andrinic for their exceptional dedication and leadership in this process. Once again, thank you to all our partners and supporters. We look forward to continued collaboration in building a more just, inclusive, and gender equal society. Thank you.
Thank you to you. Thank you so much, Mr. Hazro. I wanted to flag what you highlighted about this is a collective effort. This gives all of us the clues on how deep the work that your institution have been leading is. So thank you, and it's very nice to also see our colleagues from the country office. So for the second Silver Award speaker, please welcome to Mr. Timit Suren, Commissioner of the General Department of Taxation of Mongolia. Thank you very much for being with us right now today at this time, because it's very late in Mongolia. So thank you. Over to you.
Thank you. Дэлхийн өнцөг булан бүрээс холбогдож байгаа та бүхэндээ энэ өдрийн мэндийг хүргэе. За өнөөдөр Монгол Улсын татвар ерөнхий газар нь Нэгдсэн үндэсний байгууллагын хөгжлийн хөтөлбөрийн дэмжлэгтэйгээр гендер сил төслийг амжилттай хэрэгжүүлж, гендерийн олон улсын гэрчлэгээний боловсрол хангасан Монгол улсын анхны төрийн байгууллага төдийгүй дэлхийн болон Аз номхон далайн бүсийн анхны татврын байгууллага болж байгаа. Энэ хүчит бол өөрийн хамт олноороо боловс бахархаж байна. Гендер сил төслийн үр дүнд бид давхарцсан тоогоороо нийт 400 гаруй албан хаагчдын гендерийн талаарх мэдлэг, ойлголтыг нэмэгдүүлж, цаашид гендерийн мэдрэмжтэй татврын бодлогыг улам төвлөршүүлэхэд салбарын чадварыг байгууллагын хэмжээнд нутагшуулж, доктортой хэрэгжүүлэхээр төлөвлөн ажиллаж байна. За Монгол Улсын татврын албанд 2025-аас 2028 онд хэрэгжих стратеги төлөвлөгөө болон үйл ажиллагааны жилийн төлөвлөгөөг шинжилэн батлахдаа татвар төлөгч төвдөө инновац, технологийн шийдлийг нэвтрүүлэхийн зэрэгцээ гендерийн үзэл баримтлал агуулгыг тусгалаа. Мөн бид бүхэн татвар төлөгчдөд чиглэсэн олон нийтийн татврын боловсролыг олгох 4 жилийн үндэсний хөтөлбөрийг хэрэгжүүлэхдээ хүн болгоны онцлог хэрэгцээг харгалзан үзэж, тэгс хүртээмжтэй татврын боловсролыг олгох зорилтын хүрээнд аль ч зорилт бүлгийг үл хөргөгдүүлэх зарчмыг баримтлан гендерийн мэдрэмжтэйгээр зохион байгуулах тал дээр агуулга сургалтын хэлбэрт анхааран ажиллалаа. За байгууллагын хэмжээний бодлогын баримт бичиг болон дүрм журамд гендерийн агуулга үзэл баримтлалыг тусгаж оруулснаар бусад Монгол Улсын төрийн байгууллагуудад үлгэр жишээ болж манлайлал болж чадсан гэдэгт бол найдаж байна. Мөн бусад төрийн байгууллагуудад өөрсдийн туршлага мэдлэгээ цаашид хуваалцахад бэлэн байгаа бөгөөд үүгээр дамжуулан нийгэмд тодорхой хэмжээний өөрчлөлт авчирна гэж найдаж байна. Энэ нь үр дүнд суурилсан арга зүйгээр аливаа шийдвэр гаргалтыг бий болгох, удирдлагын менежментийг нэвтрүүлэх замаар төрийн үйлчлэгийг хүртээмжтэй, шударга, ил тод, нээлттэй хүргэхэд нэн чухал ач холбогдолтой юм а. Байгууллагын аливаа амжилтанд хүрэхэд нэг талаас удирдлагын дэмжлэг, манлайлал чухал байхаас гадна нөгөө талаас албан хаагч бүрийн нэг зорилгын төлөөх идэх чармаалт оролцоо чухал юм. Үүн дээр нэмэгдээд тодорхой үр дүнтэй арга зүйгээр хангаж өгсөн гендер сил хөтөлбөрийн гол үнц нь бол оршиж байгаамаа. Өнөөдрийн мөнгөн гэрчлэгээ хүртэж байгаа нь цаашид энэхүү нэр хүндээ хамгаалж, цаашид улам сайжруулан, тогтворжуулан авч явах ажлын эхлэл төдийгүй нэр төртөө үүрэг хариуцлага гэж харж байна. Төслийг амжилттай хэрэгжүүлэхэд өөрийн мэдлэг туршлагаа харангуй зорцуулсан үндэсний зөвлөх, гендерийн шинжиж хадагтай онон, ажлын хэсэг болон гендерийн дэд салбар зөвлөлийн талархал илэрхийлье. Өнөөдрийн арга хэмжээнд амжилт хүсье. Баярлалаа.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much to you, Mr. Timid Suren. For UNDP, the work on taxation is one of the most structural, with the highest potential for redistribution of wealth and the highest potential to improve people's life. So thank you so much for your commitment and your leadership. And we are very proud of having the General Department of Taxation of Mongolia as the first institution awarded for Asia and Pacific. So big congratulations goes to you. Now let's turn our final silver speaker, Ms. Claudine Olgades Cruz, Executive Secretariat of the National Coordinator for Disaster Reduction, SECONRED, from Guatemala. So over to you, Ms. Claudine.
Buenos días a todas y todos. Para nosotras es un honor estar aquí recibiendo este premio, pero primero que todo quiero agradecer al Programa de Naciones Unidas para el Desarrollo en Guatemala por el acompañamiento técnico que brindó en todo el proceso para obtener el sello de plata. Este reconocimiento es un compromiso no solo institucional, sino también para el país, porque nos permite garantizar esfuerzos para velar por los derechos y el trato digno de todas y todos en situaciones de emergencia. Para nosotras, y lo digo aquí por las dos subsecretarias que me acompañan, es un honor recibir este premio porque por primera vez esta institución está liderada por mujeres. Y eso es algo muy valioso para Guatemala porque la gestión de riesgos y la gestión de emergencias siempre había sido un papel pensado únicamente para hombres. Y por primera vez estamos haciendo un cambio y eso también está implicando que a nivel local las coordinadoras, que tenemos coordinadoras que hacen la primera respuesta ante una emergencia de desastre, sean conformadas por mujeres líderes que están empoderándose sobre la gestión de riesgo, y este sello de género lo recibimos no solo por nosotras, sino también por estas mujeres que están haciendo cambios en sus comunidades para poder hacer un ordenamiento territorial y mejorar las condiciones de sus familias y de sus viviendas. Esto nos permite, como sello de género, el sello de género, garantizar, como les decía, el reconocimiento y la participación de las mujeres en la gestión de riesgos, y nos permite y nos da también un reto para lograr el sello de oro más adelante y seguir mejorando la relación o el vínculo entre hombres y mujeres y la igualdad de género en la atención a emergencias. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Thank you so much, Ms. Claudine. Opening traditionally masculine spaces should have an extra award, and I really congratulate you and your team. UNDP really is very proud of the work of Guatemala. Let's now move all of us to the most exciting, one of the most exciting kind of categories, the outstanding goals that we have here today. That is the highest recognition. These institutions not only have achieved changes, they also have transformed deep roots of inequality, and that's the main characteristic of the goal. They have gender equality in the DNA, and I'm going to now open the space for our Associate Administrator, Haulian Xu. Over to you, Haulian, to give these very special and difficult to get awards.
Thank you very much, Raquel, and congratulations to our bronze and silver recipients of the Gender Seal first. So thank you. I'm very inspired, by the achievements that I've heard so far from everyone. So now I'm very happy to award the Gold Gender Equality Seal to two global champions on gender equality in Peru and in Chile. In Peru, beyond the many good internal changes and results they have achieved, the Office of the Comptroller General conducted targeted audits of women's emergency centers and identified challenges in services to protect victims of violence against women, including gaps in confidentiality and follow-up. As a result, the Ministry of Women and the Vulnerable Populations of Peru developed a national action plan to strengthen services for women survivors. In Chile, the municipality of Peñalolén implemented many outstanding measures. For example, the municipal services used participatory mapping to improve urban lighting in 748 high-risk areas to enhance women's safety. They also increased the quality of services that women survivors of gender-based violence access at the municipal one-stop center. So congratulations to the Gold Public Institutions. Please join me in a round of applause to our Gold Gender Seal champions. At UNDP, we stand with you and we reaffirm our commitment to placing women's rights and gender equality at the center of everything we do. Congratulations again to bronze and silver institutions. Let's work together to shoot for the gold. And to our gold institutions, please keep the momentum going and take the lead and expand on your great work. UNDP remains your committed partner on this path. Thank you.
Thank you to you, Julian, and thank you for being with us again. Peru and Chile definitely have set up new standards for public administration and inspiring this global shift towards inclusive institutions that we need to go through. Without further delay, let's listen the owners and the winners and the awardees of our goal institutions. And I wanted to invite Ms. Laura Quintanilla, Municipal Administrator of the Municipality of Peñalolén, Chile, to take the floor. Please, Ms. Quintanilla, over to you.
Muchas gracias Raquel. Bueno, buenos días a todas y a todos. Es un honor estar aquí y recibir este reconocimiento que no solo me enorgullece a nivel personal, sino que representa el trabajo colectivo de un equipo profundamente comprometido. Aprovecho la oportunidad para agradecer sinceramente a cada uno de los funcionarios de la Municipalidad de Peñalolén que han sido parte de este proceso. Gracias por su convicción, por la entrega y por la dedicación que tuvieron en este proceso. Sabemos claramente que la igualdad de género no es solo un objetivo, es un principio fundamental para construir una sociedad más justa, inclusiva y próspera. También sabemos que existen condiciones de desigualdad profundamente arraigadas en nuestra sociedad que dificultan a ratos enormemente los avances. Por eso entendemos que este es un proceso continuo y que no termina con la obtención de este sello. Pero sin embargo, recibir el sello de igualdad de género del Programa Naciones Unidas significa mucho para Peñalolén. Es un reconocimiento a los esfuerzos realizados, pero también una motivación para seguir avanzando con más fuerza por la dignidad y los derechos de todas las personas. Hemos logrado avances importantes integrando la perspectiva de género, incluso en áreas poco tradicionales, pero no por ello menos relevantes. Ejemplo de ello son las iniciativas como el Plan de Transformación Digital para la Igualdad de Género y el programa de Luminarias con Enfoque de Género, entre muchas otras. Sabemos que aún queda mucho por hacer, por eso nuestro compromiso es claro: seguir construyendo una comuna segura, próspera y libre de discriminación. Renovamos absolutamente nuestra voluntad de seguir trabajando por un futuro mejor. Y finalmente quiero agradecerles a ustedes por acompañarnos en este camino e invitarlos a seguir trabajando juntas y juntos por una sociedad donde la dignidad y los derechos sean una realidad para todas y todos. Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias. Thank you, Ms. Laura Quintanilla, for representing the goal with such a commitment, clarity in your vision, and also sense of collective achievement. That is what it matters the most, right? That's how we sustain the changes. Now that we have recognized our 10 gender seal champions, we also really wanted to honor and recognize the commitment and the excellent support provided by the women's machineries that many times are in the back, are sustaining the effort, supporting, and sometimes may not have this visibility. So they really work closely alongside with UNDP to support the gender equality seal process in the respective countries. So thank you for joining us today. And we have here the director of the National Gender Equality Commission of Mongolia that will provide a short remarks. Please, over to you, Mr. Samra Filipovic Hatsiavik. I hope I'm pronouncing well your second name. Director of the Agency for Gender Equality. No, okay, yeah. Let's go with Mongolia first. Yes, okay, you are here, okay. Okay, then let's go with Bosnia-Herzegovina first, and it's very nice to see you. Please, Ms. Samra, over to you. She is the director of the Agency for Gender Equality of Bosnia-Herzegovina. So let's go. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, dear Rachel, ladies and gentlemen, honorable guests. On behalf of the Agency for Gender Equality of Bosnia and Herzegovina, it's really a great honor to be here as we celebrate a significant milestone in our joint pursuit of gender equality in the public sector. I wish to extend my heartfelt congratulations to the High Judicial and Prosecutorial Council of Bosnia and Herzegovina, the first institution on the continent of Europe to be certified through this program and being awarded the Silver Gender Equality Seal. This outstanding achievement reflects nearly 2 years of focused institutional transformation, and it sets a powerful example for others to follow. The agency is really proud to be co-lead and key institutional partner in this innovative initiative in partnership with our UNDP. And one of the most important lessons from the process is that the real progress happens when a solid methodology is matched with the leadership that stands firmly for values of equality and inclusions. And when the technical team bring both knowledge and genuine commitment to the table. This is true for every institution, whether there is UNDP in BNH, where we are lucky to have Renommere, a public body, or a gender equality mechanisms. This award isn't only symbolic. It represents real institutional change. The Gender Equality Seal is a practical tool for institutional change that also directly supports the implementation of our gender equality law and the Gender Action Plan of Bosnia and Herzegovina, and broader reform and EU integration efforts. A key strength of the process in Bosnia and Herzegovina has been UNDP's co-leadership with the Agency of the Gender Equality, ensuring national ownership, long-term sustainability, and strong alignment with the policy priorities. We value the Gender Equality Seal methodology because it brings abstract principles to life. What might otherwise remain high-level commitments or technical terms is translated into practical, everyday actions, helping us understanding what it truly means to be gender responsive, from communication and advocacy to policy making and engagement with civil society. It gives us a shared language and framework to move from intention to impact. At the same time, while remaining committed to the highest gender equality values in the principles, we hope that the methodology will continue to evolve and be refined to better reflect the realities, needs, and complexities of each country context, including ours. Ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to report that the building on the momentum of HJPC's achievement, we are proud to have embarked on the same journey with the Ministry of Security of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Together, we are reshaping the public sector to reflect the principles of famous equity and inclusion. Let me close by thanking all the partners, institutions, and individuals who made the achievement possible. Your dedication is true inspiration and a clear sign that together we are moving toward a more just and equal society for all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you to you. We know very well the work that you have been doing for decades in your country, Ms. Samra. So thank you for your inspirational words. Let me give a warm welcome now to Mr. Enk Bayar, head of the Secretariat of the National Committee for Gender Equality in Mongolia. Director, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you, moderator, Mrs. Can you hear me?
Yes, we hear you very well, at least from my side, but my colleagues are also kind of saying that, yes, we hear you. Thank you.
It is a great honor to join you today in celebrating this important milestone. On behalf of the National Committee on Gender Equality of Mongolia, I extend my warmest congratulations to the General Tax Authority for being awarded the Silver Gender Equality Seal for Public Institution. In partnership with the UNDP, NCGE was pleased to offer substantial policy guidance, technical capacity support, and expertise of our national gender experts group throughout this journey. We share in the excitement of this achievement, not just the recognition of their hard work, but a symbol of meaningful progress. Mongolia has laid a strong legal and policy foundation for gender equality. The Gender Equality Seal initiative builds on that foundation and demonstrates how global partnerships, when locally rooted and action-oriented, can bring about a tangible change within our public institutions. The General Tax Authority's commitment sets a powerful example. It shows that institutionalized gender equality is not just a goal, it is a standard that we can implement, measure, and strengthen through collective action. National Committee on Gender Equality of Mongolia remains fully committed to supporting the expansion of the Gender Equality Seal to more public institutions in Mongolia. We look forward to working with the UNDP and all partners to make this recognized nationwide initiative, ensuring that every institution becomes a driver of equality and inclusion. Thank you and congratulations once again to all involved.
Thank you so much. Very impressive, your commitment to and the work in practice and the results that you have been pushing in your country. Thank you so much. Thank you for to the national gender machineries as co-leaders, and we know all the efforts that are behind the scenes. So congratulations. The awards are also your awards. And I would like now to take the opportunity to thank our UNDP colleagues. We are approaching the end of the ceremony across the globe. In particular, I wanted to start with Georgiana Braga, resident representative for Chile. I would like to continue with Sarah Ferrer. Yes, that's. We wanted to spotlight all of you. Sarah Ferrer, resident representative for Colombia. Also to Carlos Benitez. If we can see Carlos Benitez, resident representative for Guatemala. Are you around, Carlos? Here is Carlos. Nice to see you. We now move and congratulate Bettina Wall, resident representative for Peru. Bettina, we wanted to see you too. While Bettina is showing up, we wanted to also mention and give particular thanks to Renaud Meyer, resident representative for Bosnia-Herzegovina. So I see people, colleagues clapping, and we all know how important it is to have RRs, resident representatives on board. We see Renaud there, and also very committed and special RR, Matilda Dimowska. We can see you too, resident representative for Mongolia. So we want to really to thank you all for the excellent teams. We are not mentioning the gender specialists, advisors that are behind also the scenes, but we know they are all there helping you and helping mutually, because this is a collaborative work. It cannot be differently. And I wanted to, this is minor, small improvisation, and ask one of you, only one, I know it's a sacrifice, but only one to give some words and maybe share with all of us the experience and whatever you wanted to convey to the awardees. That is a very special group of public institutions. So I am going to invite, we did this kind of lottery, and Renaud, please. Do you want to share with us some, representing all your colleagues, some words, and we will move to the closing remarks.
Very good. Thank you very much, Raquel. I hope you all hear me. This is Renaud from Bosnia-Herzegovina. Great to see all the colleagues online, to see all the awardees. I think you've said it all, Raquel. It's really a joint effort, not only within the UNDP families and the awardees, but also with the machineries. And Samra, has been absolutely instrumental here in Bosnia-Herzegovina, pushing her counterparts in the public sector to invite them to, apply, but also to push them and achieve the different benchmarks that they had to prove to get this award. The High Judicial and Prosecutor Council is a trailblazer here in Bosnia and Herzegovina. It has created a dynamic, and I'm sure it's the same case for the other countries, where if one municipality wins, then the others will also want. This, I think, competitive spirit is very positive, and ultimately it's one step at a time, a profound transformation of the mindset of the public servants, that this is really what we want with this tool. We saw that it worked for UNDP when we applied the seal to ourselves, and now the challenge is to apply it to our partners, so that step by step, institution by institution, we make sure that this world is more gender equal. And if it is, then sustainable development will be a much assured win for all of us. And God knows we need those good news these days around the planet. So a big kudos to everybody. And congratulations to everybody who's gotten the awards. More work to come. And I'm sure I can speak on behalf of all the reps who I can see with pleasure on screen, that we remain absolutely committed to continue this journey with our partners and with our colleagues of the organizations. Thanks very much. Muchas gracias.
Thank you. Thank you to all of you, to our very, very favorite gender champions in the organization. So thank you, Renaud. Very inspiring, really, words representing the work of this organization very proudly on behalf of all of them. So I wanted to just, I will open the floor for Julian for the closing, but before, maybe, Julian, if you allow me, I wanted to thank the gender team, the global coordinator of the initiative, Ana Landa, and because I remember the names and I know the names. So I wanted to mention Ana, I wanted to mention Sarah from Latin America, Joe, Damaris, all the gender advisors in the regional hubs, from Cornelio, Mutai, Suda. So congratulations also to all of you. Thank you for your work. And I wanted to hand over right now to Julian. And thank you for being with us again, Julian. Over to you.
Well, thank you very much, Raquel, and colleagues from our government institutions, and also colleagues from across the UNDP. This ceremony, I think, is really an opportunity of celebration, right? Because we know that it's really not easy to achieve a seal, right? Certified seal. It represents a lot of efforts over a long period of time, from commitment to policies to practices. So I think really congratulations again to all institutions which received the gender seal. And I think it was mentioned that the UNDP itself, is also taking this approach very seriously. And more than 100 of our offices have gone through, this process, and we see this as a continuous path. Right? Many offices moved from bronze seal to silver and to gold seals. So I think this effort starts from ourselves, right? From our own commitment. So I think it's a journey that we will travel further together. And I just want to also mention that for our new strategic plan, the gender equality and women's empowerment continues to be a critical part of it. Right? And the gender is one of the 3 accelerators for our next strategic plan, along with the financing, along with the digitalization technology. So gender seal cuts across all areas of our work, both as an enabler, as an accelerator, but really also as an objective in itself, because we have still a lot of challenges in achieving gender equality, and real empowerment, of really everyone, in the process of decision making, in the process of development. We know it is a societal issue. It takes everyone to work together to ensure that the rights of women, children, and really everyone in society, right, are materialized. So I think the UNDP is really committed. So next strategic plan is going to be important. one final thought I would share is that this is the second, event we're organizing to celebrate the gender skills for public institutions. But we know that the challenges are significant. So I think one question I want to put to everyone is how can we, scale up this effort to bring more public institutions as well as private institutions and more UN institutions as part of the public effort to bring this effort to scale. What can we do to bring this to scale within a shorter period of time? We only really have very few years left before the 2030, the deadline for SDGs. We know the challenges are significant, but one question we can think about after this event is what can we do to really bring this effort, a successful and a significant effort, to a big scale. So with this one, let's really recommit ourselves, let's work together and to really make tangible progress in achieving gender equality and the women's empowerment as part of the 2030 agenda. So thank you very much, everyone. Raquel, over to you.
Thank you so much, Julian. Thank you for, again, doing this closing that for us is very special. Thank you to our distinguished speakers, to the awardees. My personal reflection is more how we always move in the kind of what is still needed, what make us not happy, because we are high achievers and we are very ambitious, all of us, all the institutions that are here today. So, and we open very little space for celebration. I think you all the institutions here present should really open this space to celebrate and say today we have reasons, very serious reasons for hope. And I wanted to share with all of you and with Julian that we are on track, we are on the right path, we are en route. Today we are in 33 countries, and hopefully the next ceremony, as Julian said, is going to be crowded. We are working right now, and I see smiling some colleagues here, like Sarah. We are working now with 100 institutions, but we still need to do, as Julian said, we do a large scale up, because the clear impact, the changes are real, are concrete, and are strategic, and improves people's lives. So thank you for this time. Thank you for the effort, and we close here. And again, we are very proud of all of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.